Hey guys, Surepeacooler here, and this has just arrived from the Game Crafter. I've obviously taken the label off so I don't dox myself, but dice not included, I just have this on the table. Let's open this up. Alright, anyone in the Chaos Galaxy Discord server, or most likely anyone who's looked at the thumbnail of the video, will know what I'm getting here, but... oh, dude. Oh, that is so cool to see in person. These two Chaos Galaxy starter decks. Okay, so here they are, without the plastic on them. Let's just do a bit of a tour of the outside of these. I mean, this one's in my left hand, so I guess I'll do it first, because left or right. Streets of Gaios. There is the boss card on the front, the King of the Night Jungle. And the name there, so you can like have these all next to each other if you have the planets, and you can see which deck is which. I guess I'll put my name there, but not going to do that immediately. So you can say who this galaxy belongs to. And because these are starter decks, they have a guaranteed set of cards. It doesn't just say the set list on the back, but it tells you what you're getting. One really rare card, that being this guy here. One planet card for Planet Gaios, 4 rares and 30 commons, which is enough to make a whole deck with, because you need 34 creatures to play. Sorry, not 34 creatures, 34 cards. So that is plenty of it. This is going to be a mix of creatures, activators, everything really. Let's look at the Palicium one. Are Zetaray's eyes meant to be red as well? I'm not sure, but still, I do like how Palicium looks in the background of that. You've got Volantis there. And Transponge on the back. Oh, they actually laid it out a bit differently, I guess, because this one's just a taller one. 36 Chaos Galaxy TCG cards. 1 really rare, 4 rare, 1 planet, and 30 common. Oh, I didn't read these. In the mysterious oceans of the planet Palicium lies the sanctuary of Volantis, a forgotten city which has been drowned for hundreds of years, now inhabited by the mighty Zeta rays and the lesser race, the Nanarays, not Nantarays. The secrets of these majestic creatures have been uncovered by explorers and scientists from the planet Barrow, and although they are normally peaceful, if their undersea home is disturbed, the immense powers of the Zeta rays will be unleashed. And then for Gaios, deep under the canopies of the night jungle trees lies the house of some of the strangest... it says home, it's just so I can see that. Lies the home of some of the strangest creatures in the galaxy. Completely blind and living in total darkness, the beasts of the night jungle are not welcoming to strangers, or even their own kind. Feeding off the fruits of feeding off the fruits of the peculiar rainforest they call home. They fight each other and devour all the food they can eat, but for reasons unknown to science, after eating the fruit, the beasts go into a frenzy, exerting strange power, sometimes with catastrophic consequences. Oh, okay, this one says Base Galaxy 3. It doesn't say that on this, but this is Base Galaxy 1. Number 2 is Shios, and number 4 is Barrow. So, I guess that just kind of helps if you're arranging them in order of when they came out. Although, personally, I think if I did end up having all of them, I'd put them in their planet order from Chaos Galaxy, so Palicium would be the furthest to the right, because it's the furthest from the sun. Anyway, I'm essentially going to flip a coin for which of these I open and go through first. But I have a dice right here, so I'm just going to say 1 to 3, Gaios, 4 to 6, Palicium. And that is 6, we are starting with Palicium. I'm gonna sleeve all these cards probably, because I'm buying some card sleeves, they'll be arriving soon. But I don't have them just yet, and also that's not really interesting to show on camera. So I think I just kind of... I'm doing this as carefully as possible. Oh, I just saw this has the nano rays on it. Yeah, and then this one's got the night jungle trees. Anyway. Okay, yeah, it's just opened at the top. That was very worrying to open, because it... oh, okay. It stays in place quite a bit. And I was worried it was getting snagged on something, so I have to do that quite carefully and soft a bit. If you know, still. Here we have a rule book. A slightly condensed version, but it's got everything you need to actually play the game. I've been playing it on Untap, so I do know the rules for the most part. And then, now uncover the depths of Palicium. This shows a different planet on each of the rule books, which is really cool in my opinion. Oh, these card backs are just absolutely gorgeous. I've said this for a while, not on video, because I've only just started making Chaos Galaxy videos. But I absolutely love how the backs of these cards look, and I'm so glad to have them in person. They feel really high quality too. This feels higher quality than Pokemon cards in terms of how the card feels. Okay. First we have Cryocross. Nice. I'm going to do what Zach does and put them in piles based on their rarity, because that's a common. Oh, it's just so surreal to finally have these in my hands. Jellyfished. Rare. Okay. These... It's also going to be good to actually see these in full quality, because some of the ones on Untap are still just like low quality screenshots from Zach's videos, even though most of them have official scans now. Boloid Comets, this is a common and it's a resource. So you need to play that into a resource zone instead of a creature zone. Here's another one, Charge Blaster. Probably, in my opinion, one of the more useful single-use resources in this, because you can just effectively kill any enemy with it. If you've got enough stars, you could kill Omnius if you needed to. Points! Best card in the game. You just gain 1 point. And of course it's shown as a point. Mystical Relic Golden Chalice. I always forget what this one does, but both players shuffle all cards from their hands back into their galaxies, then they both draw the same amount of cards as they had. This is definitely useful for Palicium, because you're gonna need both weak creatures and strong creatures to be able to make a good play, sacrificing the weaker ones to summon in a stronger one through the planet ability. So it's definitely a good one for if you just end up having a bunch of resources or something. And Swirlpool. Honestly, I didn't used to think the artwork on this looked that good, but on an actual physical card, it looks way better to me. Return 1 Palicium creature with 5 or more stars in your hand to your galaxy, and then add 1 Palicium creature with 3 or less. Okay, that kind of works if you have like some mid-range cards that you need to, or higher cards that you need to swap out. So if you have like 2 Cranchons, that's not really much use if you don't have anything to summon them with. Sacred Reef. This is our... Oh, no. Yeah, this is one of the permanent resources. Double the original power and health of all Palicium creatures on both players' planets which have 2 or less stars. So that's probably good for something like Cryocross, where they've got... Oh, actually, I just realised. Did I check if any of these were... Yeah, okay, they're all commons. I was just checking in case any of those resources were rares, because I kind of breathed past their rarities. So if you have like Cryocross, which has 70... attack, then you could make it 140 to do a bit more damage with that. I think that's the kind of card that benefits. Okay. Bullwater. Also with protecting your weaker creatures until you decide to kill them yourself. When any creature on your planet with 5 stars or less would be killed, you can kill this card instead. It's good that it says you can, because if you're forced to, then you wouldn't be able to use Palicium's ability, but it's optional. And it's a permanent resource, so until it's destroyed, you can keep doing that. Oh, no, sorry, yeah. Until it's destroyed, you can just keep it there, ready for when it's needed. Here we have Rolantis. This is specifically the permanent resource for this starter deck. When a nano ray creature on your planet is killed, attach it to this card. And once you have 4 of them attached to this, you can free play 1 Zeta ray creature. Now, there's only 1 Zeta ray in this deck, that being Mantilossus, but there's 2 more that got released later on. Sordrius and Stracaris, I think. And of course, nothing stops you from putting in a second Mantilossus if you happen to get one of those. That's probably the card sleeves arriving. Anyway, here's our second copy of Rolantis. Same thing, but very useful to have 2 of them. Okay. Tentaclon. This is a combiner creature. It doesn't cost any stars to play, but you do need both halves of it. So let's see if... there we go. I forgot that was the right one. This looks so much better in person than the scan on untap does. Like, you would not believe. Fun fact, this is also Zach, the creator of this game's favourite card artwork. So, that's pretty cool. I think both of these starter decks have a combiner. I'm not sure. Anyway. Oh, wait. I forgot. I was doing these, I was doing them face down before. Okay, well, I'll just draw that one because you've seen it anyway. Double Wormhole. A common card. Shuffle 2 of your killed creatures back into your galaxy. That's really useful with this deck because you can put your Mantle Losses and one of your Nano Rays, or maybe your Duple Drop if you're trying to summon something other than a Mantle Losses necessarily there. Of course, that's into your galaxy and not into your hand, so it's not immediate. Weatherman Snowflake. There's another Weatherman in here which this works with, but I honestly think that this card in the Palicium deck is most useful just by being a 1-star that you can cheaply kill off to bring in a Mystical Beast of the Deep or a Mantle Losses. Here we have Weatherman Clued, the only non-Palicium creature in this. Basic one. 4 stars. It's alright, not going to do the best for this deck, but Weatherman Snowflake does gain a benefit from the two being both in play. Elite Transponge, before we get the actual Transponge, probably because it's the next card after this, and I'm drawing them from face down because I decided to. To cosplay this card, you must kill 1 Transponge from your hand or planet, and pay 1 star instead of paying 6 stars. So if you have a Transponge in your hand and this, you can just play this one instead. Or if you have a Transponge already, you play this to replace it. And I think this is the first elite card in the game. Duple Drop, probably one of the best Palicium cards. Now, it's got awful stats, but this can count as 2 separate creatures when being used for the ability of the planet Palicium. So, let's say you just have this card and a Zeta Ray Mantilossus. You can just kill this and bring in your Zeta Ray. Assuming you haven't already done that this turn. So, it's very powerful. Shalagro, pretty basic 3-star creature, can obviously be used towards Palicium's ability. It's got slightly better stats. I personally didn't find it that useful, but... Oh wait, hang on, I just realised I didn't put the Transponge in the rare pile. Wait, was Tentacle a rare? Hang on. I'll be a sec. Okay, never mind. Turns out it actually is a common. So... Well, Transponge isn't, though. So, well, Elite Transponge isn't, so you can go on the rare pile. As you can see, the rare ones have these Palicium-coloured stars. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, Mystical Beast of the... yeah, it is mystical, not mythical. This is a 7-star creature. And when killed by an attack, you can add 1 of either player's killed Palicium creatures with 6 or more stars to your hand. So you can add a Zeta Ray Mantilossus to your hand when this dies. That's really good. I mean, especially for a common card. Okay. Next up, we have Transponge himself. A pretty weak 1-star card, but of course, it's useful to summon more powerful ones or to turn into an Elite Transponge, depending on what play you're feeling like. Thousand-Eyed Fish. This is another one that definitely looks better on the physical in-person card than it does online. I just realised my camera's got the corner of what I'm standing on in frame. That should be better. Sorry if this video feels very rushed. It is. I'm literally just seeing this as I'm doing this, so... Nano Ray Skitoda, the first of the Nano Ray cards. I'm going to put these in a separate pile, because they're Nano Rays, they're great. I think we have 2 of each. Except I don't think we have Nano Ray Ridwather, because it wasn't in the game when this was made. So when this card gets attached to a Volantis on your planet, you get 1 point. And here's our second copy. This is probably the best Nano Ray, because if you have 2 of these and a Volantis, that's 2 points and you're halfway to a Zeta Ray. Here we have Nano Ray Elasmobon. This one's really cool. It took me way too long to realise this was a perspective from the bottom and that it wasn't some weird looking eel thing. I can't explain how my mind read it as that, but it did for some reason. No ability, but 2 stars and decent stats for a 2-star. Oh, there it is. I just did it upside down for whatever reason there. Another Elasmobon. Here's our Gymnorus. Slightly more expensive as a 3-star. When you cosplay it, you can add 1 Relantis or Nano Ray creature from your galaxy to your hand. Meaning if you don't already have a Relantis, you can get it in your hand by playing this. That one's a rare, but of course they're all going in the Nano Ray pile. And here's the second copy of it. See a good 6 Nano Rays. And here he is, Zeta Ray Mantolossus. He's a really rare. You can see he's got these red and white stars. I think the star color for really rares just changes based on how the card's themed, but obviously that kind of fits its color scheme. And I was right, its eyes aren't meant to be red. Oh well, still really cool card. And if you have me added on Discord, you will know this is one of my favorites because it is my profile pic right now. I might actually update it to be a more high quality version. Here we have our planet card Palicium. As I said before, you can kill 2 Palicium creatures with a total of 6 or less stars to play any Palicium creature for free. I just realised I'm explaining all this as if the majority of viewers don't already know this, because I'm going to send this on the Chaos Galaxy Discord, but my dad is probably also going to watch this and he probably needs to know that, so that's fine. We have Smackanism, the first of the attachment cards. Every time your opponent gains a point, the attached creature loses 50 power. So, like, you put it on their card and they're continuously getting smacked. You can see there's a Tonnex getting absolutely Rube Goldberged. And it's common. We have Galactisaber, another attachment card. The attached creature's power is increased by 70. Very simple, very effective. You can put it on your Mantolossus to make him even stronger. Like, you could get him up to 460. So you'd be able to get 5 points by attacking with him then. Death Talisman Shiruk. Attach only to a Shios creature. When this card has been on a player's planet for 2 of that player's full turns, kill any creature on their planet. This would be useful if I'd also bought the Shios deck instead of the Gaios deck, and the person I'd be playing against would have Shios, but it's alright. I guess it could be useful if I do play against somebody who has a Shios deck in future. Well, or just a Shios card. Here we have Nano Ray Nano Stinger. This can be attached to Relantis. If Relantis would be killed, you kill this card instead, or you can use this card and 1 other attached to the same Relantis, so this and a Nano Ray, and use that to kill one of the enemy's creatures. So if you're up against an Omnius, a Cranchon, or something else you can't easily stop, then you might want to do that, even at the cost of progress to your Zeta Ray. Because you can't get a Zeta Ray if you've lost the game. And here we have an activator card, the first one in the game actually, Super Splot. When you play a Palicium creature with 3 or less stars to your planet, kill 1 resource card or attachment card on your opponent's planet. So when that condition is met, this happens, assuming you also have an empty resource zone for it to be played into. And Galaxy's Gift, you just gain 2 stars. It's very simple. Okay, so that is the Palicium deck, and I will probably sleeve all these after I'm done recording. Okay, we're now onto the Gaios deck. Obviously a bit of a change in lighting, because I've just switched the light on because it got a bit dimmer. That was probably just a cloud passing overhead, so that probably wasn't the best idea. Anyway, I need to open this. I see why Zach moved away from using this style of box, because it is nerve-wracking to open them, because you have to bend this top bit, and then it feels like I'm risking damaging it, which I really don't want to do, because I've just got these. And I would like to be able to use these boxes to actually store them in, so if I'm just going to... That's fine. Okay, so we have another condensed rulebook here, and we have the Gaios thing On the inside, I guess he forgot to put the glossary at the end, as he did with the Shios one, I think, because I recently watched his video about that. But anyway, now we can uncover the mysteries of Gaios. Okay, so onto the first card. And okay, that is straight into Uram, King of the Night Jungle. I know you probably meant to open them the other way around, but like, come on, this is awesome. Depending on the number of your killed Night Jungle resources, this creature either can't be killed by the abilities of, if you have 2 or more activator cards, 4 or more creature cards, 6 or more resource cards. So that would mean this creature just can't be killed if you have had all 6 of them die, I think? Because he can't die to activator, so he can't die to Beast of the Black Hole. Not to resources, so you can't use... I don't actually know what resource instantly kills a card, but I know there are some. And can't die to creatures. That is powerful. Alright, I'll put that there for our Night Jungle cards. And then the planet Gaios. There we go. I don't know where I put Palicium last time, I can't remember. But that's just going to go here. Once per turn, you can kill 1 Gaios creature and add another Gaios creature with the same amount of stars, as you can see there, but a different name. Okay, we've got half our combiner, Smud. For some reason I thought Soccer Slug was one for this one, but Smud's probably better. Smud, the Swamp. And Smud the Mud. This is a common combiner creature. Look at that. It's great. So yeah, I was right. Both these do have a combiner. Okay, that's our... That's our common cards. That's our Night Jungles. That's probably slightly better. Okay. Next up, a Barrow creature. Humboldt. This creature gains 100 health for every permanent resource on your planet. That's interesting. That makes a bit of a counter strategy to the Night Jungle trees, which you'd be destroying. Although I guess that means, is that when you play them, or if you destroy a resource, does he lose power? That's a question. I'll probably have to ask about that in the Discord. Notum of Vines. I nearly said Ancient Kazonk, because that's what it's called in Evoverse, at least the one that looks similar to this. Whilst this creature is on your planet, you cannot play a Barrow creature. Only once per game, when this creature is killed by an attack, free play it to your opponent's planet. What? So you give your opponent this card? That seems strange. Maybe it's got like I think these stats are probably better than your average 4-star, so they have to give it a downside. Oh yeah, and as you can see, these have a green background instead of the blue ones for Palicium. Stekatoka. This creature permanently gains 20 power and health for every star you have at the time it's played. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not a very strong effect, but as the stars add up, that could definitely make it pretty strong for a... Well, it starts weaker than an average 4-star, so I assume it'd be stronger later. Scythe Sects. Basic Gaios creature. Nice to have those. And of course, because it's a 4-star, you can... Oh, I just realized the strategy. Yeah, you swap this one out with a different card in your deck so that you wouldn't have its negative effect. That's perfect. That makes so much sense now. Okay. Elite Trekatrank. So I assume we're going to get regular Trekatrank. To cosplay this creature, you must kill 1 Trekatrank from your hand or planet and pay 3 stars instead of paying 6. This creature cannot be free played. Okay. And our next one is Lupul Leaf. If this card is killed by the ability of the planet Gaios, it can count as a 3 or 4-star creature. That's pretty cool. So you could kill this and then bring in a Scythe Sect or something, instead of bringing in another 2-star. Taupe Swinger. When this creature is added to your galaxy... when this creature is added from your galaxy to your hand by another creature's ability... by another card's ability, free play this creature to your planet. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because, yeah, some of the other Gaios cards get you to add cards to your hand. That's good. Aplu from the lore. Oh, you know what? I need to get the Scindian one so I can have Aplu, Transponge, and Boggy Booger for all the 1-star lore creatures. We have Trekatrank itself. Pretty basic 3-star. Oh, that's pretty good. I guess it's probably better to play a Elite when you have it in your hand, because then you're just paying 3, rather than when you've already played it, because then you're playing 3 on top of its initial cost of 3. Glah! It's amazing. We love Glah. Only once you can kill 1 night jungle resource on your planet to kill 1 creature on your opponent's planet. That's cool. I can't remember if you get 2 of each of the night jungle creature on this. We'll have to see. And he's a rare, hence the green star, and he's going in the night jungle pile. And yes, you do get a second Glah. That's great. Okay. Because I knew that was the case for the nano rays, but I couldn't remember if it was for these. Here we have Cracker, Beast of the Night Jungle. Once per turn, you can kill 1 Night Jungle resource card on your planet to shuffle up to 2 of your killed Night Jungle cards back into your galaxy. That's pretty good. You can get your Gluz back in there. Let's say both your Gluz have died. You can put them back in your galaxy. And then you can use their only once abilities again. Because if it says only once, it effectively means once per card. It says once per game if it's once per game. So when you redraw it, you can use it again. Cracker, Beast of the Night Jungle. Togma, Beast of the Night Jungle. Kind of rhino-looking thing. If a Beast of the Night Jungle on your planet would be killed by an opponent's card, you can kill 1 Night Jungle resource on your planet instead. That's pretty good, I guess. Because that doesn't include the King of the Night Jungle, but it does include Cracker, which is a better power stat. So that makes sense to use that. Another copy of Togma. And Forbidden Fruit of the Night. Attach only to a Beast of the Night Jungle creature. When it attacks and kills a creature, play 1 Night Jungler resource card from your galaxy to your planet, and if you can't, kill all creatures on your planet. Oh, that is high risk, high reward. But then again, you probably should have at least some Night Jungle resources. Unless you're right at the end of the game, then just don't play that. Ice Elixir, the attached creature cannot enter battle zones as another attachment. Okay. I guess that makes sense because they're like frozen in place and they can't enter it, so you use that on an enemy card. There's an equivalent of the Blaze Elixir, which I assume is probably in the Barrow starter deck then. So here we have Point Pike, another one of the point cards. When the attached creature attacks and kills another creature, you gain 1 point. That could combo very well with some stronger cards. So you're just continuously picking up points as you attack them. Crash Landing, this is our activator. When your opponent cosplays a creature, permanently halve that creature's power. Okay, I'm glad I'm using... I'm glad that the other deck here is one where you won't be cosplaying the expensive ones, because... wow, that would be devastating against something like Omnius or any of the Chaos Beasts, which have to be cosplayed. You gotta buy some stars. When your opponent cosplays a creature, you gain stars equal to that creature's stars. Cool that we're getting this in the starter deck. I do also kind of... I think it'd be cool to get this from the Creators of Chaos pack, though, because I do like the 3D version of it. Although I don't know if I would want it as my... I can't remember if it's a really rare or ridiculously rare in that, but here it's a common. I just realised I haven't been separating these by rarity. I don't think I've got any rares in the Night Jungle ones, so that's fine. Cosmic Conjurer. Another activator. When a resource zone is added to your planet, play one of your killed permanent resource cards into that zone. Ooh, that can combo well. Mystical Relic, Rainbow Quills. This also has its own Mystical Relic. Both players choose 1 card in their hand and randomly select 1 card in their... both players choose 1 card in their hand and randomly select 1 card in their hand. The selected cards are killed, and then both players draw 2 new cards. Okay, so they pick one of the ones they kill, but then they also get a random one killed as well, so they can kind of reduce the damage, but not fully, because it might still just kill your best card anyway. But it's kind of a bit of a diet version of Golden Chalice. Bolide Comet, as we had in the other one. Kill 1 permanent resource on either player's planet. So actually, having that in Palicium is pretty useful, because you can destroy the Night Jungle trees before Glar or Cracker can. Resource Conjurer. Add 1 resource zone to your planet. It makes a lot of sense there are Conjurers in this, because I know there's a card in this which benefits from Conjurers. It's one of the Beasts of the Night Jungle, I think. Unless that one was added later on, I'm not sure, because we had the rest of the Beasts in a row. The Magical Zemelian Tree. Reveal the top 5 cards from your galaxy, then you gain 1 star for each Gaios creature revealed, and you can add 1 of those creatures to your hand. Shuffle the remaining cards back into your galaxy. If you don't reveal any Gaios creatures, kill every card in your hand, and reshuffle the revealed cards back into your galaxy. Yeah, so you really gotta hope that you get at least 1 Gaios creature out of that. Another copy of Charge Blaster. Pretty useful, though. Pay stars equal to the stars of 1 creature on either player's planet. Kill that creature. I wonder if you get this and Bolide Comet in every starter deck. I guess that makes sense, because they're 2 just generically useful cards. Here we have Gook, the first tree of the Night Jungle. If this card on your planet is killed by the ability of a Night Jungle creature at the end of its turn, you draw 2 cards. I have another copy of Gook there. Oh, wait, no, I need to put these in the Night Jungle pile. Okay, we have Akru, Tree of the Night Jungle. If this is killed by the ability of a Night Jungle creature, add 1 Resource Conjurer to your hand as either killed or in your galaxy. That's where Resource Conjurer comes in handy. I guess you can see those like lily pad things as being like zones or something. Yak, Tree of the Night Jungle. If this creature is killed by the ability of a Night Jungle creature, your opponent loses 1 point for every creature on their planet. Here we have Heat. Actually, I just realized we've only been getting 1 copy of some of these. All Night Jungle creatures on your planet gain 20 power. If this card on your planet is killed by a creature's ability, increase the power of 1 Night Jungle creature on your planet by 100. It's pretty cool. And finally, we have a second copy of that. Nice. So, that is the Gaios deck. I'm going to go through the process of putting all these in sleeves pretty soon. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be making more Chaos Galaxy videos in future. So, see you then.